Ladies and germs.
Here we are, again, Wednesday evening, Hawco and Carnell show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Hawco,
I'm Carnell.
and this is our show.
This is our favorite day of the week.
This is the only day of the week as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it's like going to Disneyland every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, I go to Disneyland. Yeah. Say it again.
Disneyland. Welcome to the Hawco and Carnell show. We created this show to come have some fun. If you had a crap day, you know, anything that you want to discuss is on the table. Usually other than politics. We don't like to get into that. I think Rob is itching to get into that because
Not
it's
really.
nonstop content lately.
I just want to, you know.
You can laugh at politics now.
Nowadays, I mean, anybody, it's all ridiculous. The whole lot of it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
What's he talking about now? Is he shutting it down again?
I'm not even thinking about him.
I'm talking about all of it, but it starts with him. So
stupidity, the mountain is definitely melting from the top down.
Is it? Oh yeah, shit flows downhill.
Always.
You know. So is he closing it down again or not?
I don't know, man. I really like I see some of the stuff that, like, you know, I keep hearing the AOC Cortez, and I read some of that stuff, and I scratch the inside.
How
of my brain.
Awesome is she?
She's
how
beautiful.
Awesome is she? How awesome is it the fact that she got elected into that position, right? Is that how that works?
Yeah, but she also misunderstood that, like, you don't get elected. I forget what it was.
What?
She went on and she was like,
so
she thought that, like, members of Congress or get elected or something like that, and they were like, no, like, that's not how it works. Like, you get voted or something like that. Like, she has misquoted herself on so many things.
She is amazing.
It's content daily.
She's amazing.
Daily.
I don't understand, like, when she was, like, did nobody look into what the hell she had going? They were just like, oh, look at, she's kind of cute. No, she's not.
That's the American. Well, for some people, she might, right? Might be.
I couldn't have a conversation with her.
I didn't say have a conversation with her. It's like chasing a cat's tail.
Yeah, but that's immediate. That'll take all your good looks and put them in the toilet if I can't talk to you.
It's pretty bad when, like, the liberal left goes, we can't discuss anything.
It's great when she's talking to someone who's actually intelligent and they just trash her.
Well, did you see? She did the event one day. She's on stage talking about how, like, the things I do remember watching, the New Deal. Right, whatever's encompassed in the New Deal. I try not to get into politics that much. I just see the dumb stuff that everybody else does. And then that same day, she literally, somebody broke a glass coming out of your paycheck.
That's all right.
She literally contradicted herself. So on one hand, she's like, the New Deal and reparations and blah, blah, blah. And then, like 6 hours later, she's like, and the great things about the New Deal. I'm like, girl, we live in the American dream. You can go from being a sloppy bartender to a politician real quick.
Real quick.
Yeah. And then be on CNN saying dumb stuff all the time. Not that I really pay attention to what CNN.
So how long do you think I have to wait before I can do that?
You can run now.
I'll run now. I'm running for president next election.
Everybody else is. Might as well throw your hat in the ring.
Put my name in. Write me in.
I mean,
write me in.
Didn't when correct me if I'm wrong, people.
Hi, Anessa.
When Schwarzenegger was running again,
sister.
didn't they have, like, strippers running, hookers, all kinds of people?
See,
incarcerated mayors.
So, and we wouldn't let Arnold be president?
He's from Austria.
He's been here 20 years.
I hear you.
20 plus years. He is a United States citizen.
Which, you know what? That actually brings a question into light, because I remember...
Speak.
I have a friend who is a legal immigrant from Ireland, and he can't own a firearm. But
because he's a legal immigrant from a foreign nation.
But I watch Lotto Crowder sometimes.
And
he's an immigrant from Canada, and he has firearms.
Hawco for president.
Hawco for president. That ought to be interesting.
Let's make it happen, people. So, and this leads up to another point. Like, yeah, this nation is founded by immigrants. Correct. Absolutely correct.
Yep.
Do I think we should tighten up, how we let people in, and whether we should give background checks before you come in? Yeah, absolutely. But you know what? Also, like, we have people that come in, like, they're about to make it okay for illegal immigrants to obtain a driver's license in the state of Massachusetts. All right. So with that being said,
continue, my friend.
With that being said, like, you have people like, per se, my mom, who is a legal immigrant, and she wants to. She's one of them, and she's like, what do we get? Like, we did it all right. We busted our asses. She's like, the entire branch of Hawcos is here because of you know what I mean? Like, they came from elsewhere. They did it the way they were supposed to. And I'm a first-generation American. My mother's not from here.
Touche, bro.
You know, like, so, like, what do we offer to do it the right way? If we don't offer, and I'm not saying, like, we should give rewards, or awards. I'm saying, like, if we're going to let them come in illegally and then be like, fuck it, he has a driver's license, but we really want you to do it the right way.
Do it the right way.
But we're not going to give you any incentive to do it the right way. Not like, hey, come do this, and then work solid at one job for 10 years, and boom, you're naturalized. Like, why would we do anything like that? What? So where's the reward? Like, there's no line separating it. They're like, oh, yeah, we don't want illegal immigrants. But if you do come in and you make it and we haven't caught you, we'll give you driver's licenses and tax ID numbers and
Social Security,
food stamps.
All that stuff. Do you remember, like, 4 or 5 years ago? This is when I actually started, like, pay attention to what was going on in the country.
To the madness?
Yeah. I remember on the front page, I believe it was the Herald or the Globe.
Bartenders are sloppy.
Bartenders are sloppy sometimes, definitely.
Not all of them.
No.
That one that dropped the glass was, though.
Yeah, definitely that one's a sloppy one.
Yeah.
I remember it was on the front page of the paper. It was like, you know, legal immigrants they can get Social Security and driver's. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
If I had a speeding ticket I didn't pay, I get my license suspended.
Right.
We don't know who this person is. They can come in and get all kinds of benefits that they didn't pay into a system.
Yeah.
That's kind of where. And this is why I don't like to get into politics, because right now the country's
just get you going.
Yeah, it's so divided on even having a discussion. People, you should be able to talk about things.
Well, and it's like, and that's absolutely true. Like, you should be able to talk about things. And I'm not saying, like, don't come here. Absolutely. Get here. Work your ass off. Earn it. Get it. Own it. Get some property. Alejandro, tú sabes qué estoy diciendo, ¿verdad?
No idea what you just said.
But Alejo sabe.
You could translate.
I said, Alexander, you know exactly what I'm saying. He knows.
Yeah.
That's what I said. He's watching. Yeah, that's what I said. Bismarck. Bismarck is another gentleman.
I hit him up this week.
Did ya?
We're buddies.
Bismarck's awesome. He's a hot shit.
Yeah, I was like,
you gotta visit him at the corner store when you go down Hanover Street, and you got that store on the left.
In the north
end?
end?
Says corner.
The north end.
Yeah. Cornah.
The Carnell.
That's him. That's him all day. Yeah. Look it. Ha 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 ha. I love you, gringo.
But yeah, I mean that stuff's it's like all over the radio waves. You can't even look at the news now without it being just political crap.
Yeah.
You know?
It literally it may as well be fecal matter being shown on the television. I would probably watch that. I wouldn't even change that channel.
And just so people know, I've had this discussion with Brian, Rob, other people on the show. I consider myself like down the middle. If there's a person on the left, a person on the right, and I like their ideology or whatever, that's how I'll vote. So I'm not one of those people that is, one side and I can't hear.
I may placate you.
That's okay.
Whatever.
There's gonna be things you like about some people and not. Did you see Elizabeth Warren? She had to finally apologize. She's like, "Yeah, I'm not Indian." Really? You look like I've said it before. 14-year-old Swedish boy. Yeah, no shit. You're not Indian.
And that's very true. And she's not.
Obviously.
But there's Native American in my blood.
Do any of them have 6 feet tall with glasses and blonde hair?
I'm not going to write that shit on a ballot and be like, this should get me extra because of this. No.
Yeah.
No.
She definitely sidestepped the questions, too.
Big
she was like, I apologize, but it's all about the Indian community. I'm like, oh,
the New Deal.
Here we go. So now you see all the bands of idiots that piling on. They're like, I'm running for president. I'm like, hey, screw it.
Bobby Brown in the house.
The Bobby Brown?
Yeah, with your new edition Bobby Brown button on your sleeve.
That Bobby Brown?
No, it ain't that Bobby Brown.
I want to hear your PSA, man.
My PSA?
I want to hear your public service announcement.
You guys remember last week I spoke
Or we can get into your altercation.
I'll get there.
Okay.
I'll get there.
Okay.
So last week I spoke of the fact that it has been since proven that marijuana does not actually kill brain cells.
No, it doesn't.
And I just wanted to... I'm pretty sure I wrote down the gentleman's name as well. So the doctor that made that statement...
This is great, people. Listen up.
Back in 1974, his name's Dr. Robert G. Heath. He made that statement. that marijuana kills brain cells, and the country bowed to it. He also
Om Shibai. Om Shibai.
it's Om Nam Shivaya.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it is your
We're
bad.
being a stickler for facts now.
I am one hell of a linguist.
Rob 1, Sean 0.
So, with that said, the same gentleman that convinced the country that marijuana kills brain cells also cured a homosexual man with electroshock therapy. Can you ask me what he cured him of? It's homosexuality. Okay? So this was a point in time, this country listened to a man who was like, I shocked this guy, and I turned him from gay to straight. Oh, and by the way, marijuana kills brain cells.
Sounds normal.
And everybody was like, holy shit. I can't be smoking weed.
Weed's the devil.
You know?
Weed's
like,
the devil.
It boggles my mind that a nation of people, or most of the people in the nation, were like, oh, he's so right. He's so right. We should listen to him. He changed somebody's fucking, oh my God.
It aggravates you, doesn't it?
It does.
You literally affected
Like,
someone's life.
I literally wish I could create a time machine and go back in time and be like, you're an asshole. Throat punch.
Sock him right in the mouth.
Oh my God, funniest thing. So, I mean, obviously Ryan got in trouble for this, but it was just funny. He was playing with his sister.
Yeah.
And they're going
what did he
back and
do?
forth, turn towards me so they can witness. So they're going, they're just playing with each other. She's sitting in the chair, and he puts his hand on her face like this, and they're going back and forth, and pushes her face back, and she lets it go back, and then he's like, "Keep the change, you filthy animal." Whack.
Home Alone?
I'm like,
Home Alone.
Ryan, you just throat punched your sister. We were just playing. She's like, I'm like, dude, that's not playing. You do not throat punch. You don't eye gouge. You don't throat punch. No hammer fist to the temple, nothing.
Unless you're wrestling.
It's different. Different.
It looks like, who's that Mexican wrestler with the mask?
Rey Mysterio?
Rey Mysterio, yeah.
Dude, did you ever see his face?
No, because
really?
No, I don't search the internet. I'm like, let me.
I don't search the internet either. But Facebook showed it to me the other day.
Did it? What do he look like?
He looks like a baby.
Really?
Dude.
He's been wrestling for like.
Google that shit. Anybody else want to back me on that? Rey Mysterio, when he unveiled his face, literally looked like 10 years younger than me when I shaved my mug.
That's just like when we had Keytar Bear on. Amazing individual. We want to have you back on.
Jimi Hendrix?
He looks just like Jimi Hendrix.
She blew my mind.
Like literally the 70s version of just.
I love running into Keytar.
Oh, dude, it's like he took the mask off and it's like,
I do.
It was like a non-high def picture.
I almost feel rock star-ish when I bump into him.
He's got a second beer coming out.
Because when you get close to him, because you don't see him as much as I do via the train and whatnot, and when you get close and, he's jamming away, but motherfuckers are out there watching him. He stops it and he's like, Hawco.
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, it's my beer.
Definitely. So shock therapy.
Yeah, shock therapy, Dr. Robert G. Heath.
And you sit there and you think about how many people over the last 25 to 30 years have literally gone to jail for their life, and then yet here we are. And I'm sure you see just as well as I and everybody else does, all the states are now starting to pass laws. It's like, and now the government, now they want to get their dirty little friggin' hands in it.
Which is, they're going
to do.
Taxation and shit like that, I get a kick out of it, and I, to an extent I agree with it, because the country does have to run. But, did we or did we not taxation without representation, like fucking boot the English?
That's why we left.
Right.
And then we come here.
And then we boot them from here.
And then we get the same thing over and over and over again.
So, history definitely repeats itself. There's definitely a bunch of shit we need to change. Damn it, I got so off fucking track with that.
That's what happens when you eat a 30 milligram edible, bro.
I need another. Ah, damn it. I wish I could rewind.
The country changes to taxation without representation. The government getting their hands in wanting a part of the money now after they ruined.
Yeah. That's right. So, like you were saying, there's probably so many people that are in prison. Obviously, if you were arrested back on the day and you had 30 fucking pounds of pot and also 20 pounds of coke, you're not included in my little list here.
Yep.
You had 20 pounds of coke. You got what you had coming to you.
The cocaine.
So, you know, anybody who has stories or whatnot of, oh, marijuana ruined my family's life and this, that, and the other, hashtag. So that shit only ruined was because we had a bad outlook on weed. Like, it literally wouldn't have been ruined if we legalized the right thing back in the day.
Right.
Which is fine. What's up, Mr. Stigl?
What's up, Stigl?
How's the weather? How's the weather? How's the weather up there in Maine? How's the weather?
It's cold, man. So.
Oh, it's right here. I don't need to reach in my bag. It's right here, my ganja bar.
There you go. That leads into our other story.
Which one?
One of the things that was on our social media, yuck feed that everybody has to look at every day. Nonsense across the screen.
502 disrupt, people. Continue.
502-501-3477. Give us a call.
I don't mess with the numbers.
The Boston Police Department. They made a bust.
Oh. South Boston.
South Boston.
Southie Mass.
So
God's country.
Yep. So they made a bust, and I wrote down like a few things because I read the article.
Okay.
And to me, just off the
So
rip,
like one guy's from like Providence and the other guy's from Brockton, right?
one person's like 38 and the other one's 67, 78.
Yeah.
Like
the owner was 63 or 67,
They
and
busted
then
them
the other
both.
guy was, yeah.
Yep. So
I don't disagree, though.
well, we're gonna have that conversation. So one of the things that said in the report, like why they went in to go bust this shop, acting on several community complaints and concerns relative to the unlawful sale of THC. Okay.
Sounds like you opened up in the wrong part of Southie, buddy.
Right. It's like, okay. And I have to give Tash a shout out because he was one of the first people. He was like, there's no dope problem in Southie.
I absolutely.
When I saw that, I was like,
fucking word, brother.
As I was reading it, I was like, there's so many other things you could be busting people for. Now, what that sounds like to me is they were selling stuff, didn't have a license, and I get it has to be regulated.
Right.
But that sounds like someone that was probably selling stuff they're going to the shop, not me.
And that's just
because who complains about pot nowadays? Everybody takes it.
Well, if you're a quote-unquote local junkie, and I'm allowed to say that because I was one, so screw anybody that just got mad at me saying that. They probably went in and fucking the dude sold him a tube, a cone or whatever, and he left walking down the street smoking the thing, which is not legal. We're in Massachusetts. You can't even stand outside with a fucking beer in your hand. Why the hell do you think we just legalized marijuana? What makes you think you could fucking smoke it outside?
I got keep going.
So he, guy's probably walking down the street smoking that cone like an idiot. Cop pulls him over. Seeing you coming out of that smoke shop. I can either hem you up for that and the fucking dope in your pocket, or you can keep walking and tell me what's over there.
That could have happened.
So. I mean, like you said, though, and like I said, I do agree with it because these guys weren't doing it the right way.
And since it took so long to get here, do it the right way.
Yeah,
Don't
like,
fuck it up
we
when
are
we just got started.
Yeah, like, come on, people, smarten the hell up.
Dude, you know what they had? They didn't have anything bad.
They had all kinds of carts and shit.
Dude, they had, they had, 60 bags of edibles, 67 vials of THC, marijuana cigarettes, $1,000 cash, gummies. And then I went back and I was like, when was the last heroin bust?
Well, that's what I wanted to know. That's where I was going to, and in concurrence with Chris and yourself, and and I do. That's why I'm saying I understand it. Like these guys should absolutely do it the right way. If anything, you should have went in like the old days. Grabbed that shit, went home, gave it to your fucking brother. Just like you guys used to do to us when we were young punks. You'd take our fucking beer and you gave it you drank it on your way home in your squad car.
Dude, we were allowed to buy cigarettes for our parents when we were younger.
I can remember going to the store with a note.
Mom said.
Not even Mom, Nana. 6 years old. Give me Nana's Pall Malls and the fire water.
She had one of my grandmas. She had a till, just like a running bill, just a running bill. You know what I mean? Okay.
So on the Southie note, smarten up, people.
Smarten up.
Do it the right way.
Listen, nobody's complaining about marijuana these days. There's so many other things you complain about. You complain about politics. You complain about the heroin problem that is rampant in the city of Boston. You can complain about all kinds of stuff. Parking spaces.
You can complain about the crazy old lady that tried to kill me.
Yep.
So, as we all know, there's a power.
If anybody's listening before you start,
Oh my God.
call in with a likely story after you hear this
Dad,
one.
my father is in the room.
Pops?
Hi, Pops. So over in the North End, there's seems to be a power issue right now, and I understand, like, you don't want that happening.
Did
especially
you yell at an elder today?
Well, she wasn't elder. I mean, she was
Elderly?
she was older than me.
Okay.
But these guys are out there, these electricians and street guys, and they've got the friggin' street wide open, and they're in there, and it's nasty out. It's not freezing out, but it's raw outside, and it's probably not nice and friggin' dry inside the hole
not
either.
Optimal working weather.
Yeah, it's not for electricity either.
It's wet, it's miserable,
Yeah,
not very conducive.
Not at all. So these guys are trying to do that, and one of the gentlemen come over to grab like stock out of the truck, and this lady just starts barraging him about this and that, and how it's his fault, and how dare he? How come they're not getting it fixed yet? And this, oh my God, she was going off, and I let it happen for a few. I let her get it all out, and I was like,
Although you were boiling?
I watched, because I could see the look on the guy's face, and I could just see everything. It was like I could read his mind, and I could see everything in his head that he wanted to say.
Shut up, lady.
And I'm like, I'm letting it go, and I'm letting it go, and I'm letting it go, and I'm like, fuck that, I'm going to be this guy's mouth, And I was like, hey, lady, what's your problem? Like, they're trying to fix it. Who that? And she turns around and starts talking to me, and I'm like, well, ma'am, listen. I'm like, I understand. Like, yeah, absolutely, there's people that have kids and stuff, but I'll tell you what, if they can afford to live in an apartment over here in the North End on Salem Street, they can afford a fucking night in the hotel where the heat works. And then, after you spend that night in the hotel and they still don't have the heat or the electricity fixed, then you go after the city of Boston to pay for that hotel. Do that on your own time.
Hey, you're talking rational talk here. What are you doing?
Could you imagine that?
Dude, imagine the guy saying, hey, let's switch spots. I'll give you my hard hat and my gloves. Let me stand here and puff a button, bitch at you, and see what you think.
I'm like, lady, he's trying to do the job. You're sitting here spraying tears all over him. Like, I bet you've got power at your house right now. She's like, I do, but there's people that don't. And I'm like, well, then shut the fuck up and let him fix it. Oh, who taught you to talk that way? I'm like, listen, I don't.
We're building people.
I respect everybody. Until you don't show me respect.
And?
The moment you don't show me respect is when I cut the line. That's it. I done explained to her that she does not. I says, no, ma'am, you can't understand normal thinking. And she was just like,
what did she say to you? She called you a what?
Oh, she called me a douchebag. Says, I hope you have daughters, sir, so they can grow up and know how bad of a douchebag you were. And I did. Ladies, you may not like it.
Here comes the volcano, people.
I dropped the C word. I did. But you know what? I have all kinds of Irish friends and English friends. Like, it don't hold the same weight to me. Like, we
hear it often.
I'll call him up and be like, hey, what are you doing, you cuncha?
Yeah. Oh, crackhead.
Yeah,
crackhead,
so
stupid.
So this lady, I mean, she just kept going, and I tried to walk away. Like, some kid come out from the building, and she was like, "Sir, can you get it? Can you record?" Like, because I raised my voice, she kept yelling and yelling and yelling, and I had this discussion with him the other day. I'm like, people always like, "Oh, Bob, you're being loud." Like, no, dude, you have not heard me yell yet. You have only heard me raise my voice.
You
don't want to hear me. You don't want to hear it.
Marines can yell.
You don't want to hear the yell. It gets loud, obnoxious, veins pop out.
Police officers from 2 blocks away can hear it.
Yeah.
It's loud. It's like a guttural growl from the bottom of your bowels.
And it comes, yeah, oh yeah. When I begin the bellow, it comes from the diaphragm, and everybody's hearing it. Dude.
You still remember that shit.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
Oh, man.
Mean old lady? Was that the end of the conversation? Was the guy like...
Well, so she was trying to get him to, record because I was getting loud, and he's looking at me like, dude, I've been watching the whole thing. You're fine. You haven't stepped out of line yet. You're literally responding to her.
And back to, like what you say,
it is just common sense, Nan. You're absolutely right.
It's like you can see someone, the thought process of someone, like,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
if you're in the field, right?
Oh
You
yeah,
work in the
and
field.
that's
You know he's going,
that guy,
"Shut-"
that energy source guy. He handled himself so good.
But
I'm
in his
so
head,
proud of him.
you know, he's like,
oh, I could
lady,
see it.
I'm on like a 3rd overtime shift with
I
4
could
hours
see
of
it.
sleep. I haven't seen my
He
kids.
wanted to throat punch her.
I didn't want to come in today because it's freezing cold. My wife hates me. My kids, you haven't seen me. God knows how many. Like,
She's
what? What the?
My husband wouldn't talk to me this way. I said, go the fuck home to him.
But because of company policy, we must be empathetic to people that are rude to us while we're working in a high stressful environment.
Yeah. That's what I let it go so far. I let it go so far before I'm finally like, no.
Especially as an electrician,
No.
you know, like, because we both worked on electricity. It's like you got to be paying attention to what you're doing.
Yeah.
You don't need other. You're dealing with 480 people. It takes that, and you're dead. That's it. High street power lines.
We were, I think it was in New Hampshire. I was working for TJ Industrial, and we were doing just a tighten up and clean up of switchgear and shit, like crazy stuff.
Switchgear shit, huh?
And it literally feeds the network, like the internet feed for the East Coast.
You were the main power source for the building.
For the East Coast internet.
Okay.
All right. So I'm out, like the guy I was working with is inside one room. I'm in a different room, and the gentleman who like oversees everything, not us, but oversees like the area and everything that goes down, and he's sitting there talking to me, shooting the shit with me, and all of a sudden the craziest alarm goes off, and he just, like, his face was like, fuck. And he's looking at me.
What did you do?
And I've got the high voltage gloves on, and I'm tightening lugs.
1,000 amps?
Yeah.
1,000 amps.
And I'm tightening the lugs, and he's like looking inside the box, and I'm like, "What's up?" And he's like, "We need to go see Paul." So I fucking threw my tools down, and we both run into the other room, and sure as shit, Paul. I mean, he didn't get hurt. He flew back just because of the shock. The fucking blast. But when he was tightening the lug, it slipped off. And he let go of it instead of trying to catch it, which was intelligent of him, with or without those gloves on, and it fucking touched between. It grounded out in the box.
Bro, he's lucky he didn't turn into dust.
Dude, electricity is no joke, people. It will literally leave you a silhouette. That's it. You will be a fucking silhouette on a concrete wall in some room because you thought you were going to get rich stealing copper. I'm just...
I was in a machine room near Fenway Park.
Jose, mi hermano.
Near Fenway Park with my old partner, Marty. Great guy, older guy, super intelligent about the field, the trade. You know, we did everything right, but we had fun, like just a perfect dude to work with. And company policy was if they don't have like covers over brake coils, the amperage was through the roof. It was like an old coming from the street direct line. Yeah.
Whap.
And you don't have to adjust it, or if you haven't messed with it in
I'll
that many
take
years,
a throat punch over that.
you don't have to take it over code. So company policy says we can't work on that with tools because literally Marty was like, Carl, I want you to understand something. We have to fix this brake coil. You know, huge nuts on it and stuff like that. He's like, if this touches this, the wrench will melt and disappear. What do you think happens when we do it? And he was like, typical corporate response. I don't think I'm supposed to be in this. I don't think I'm supposed to be in this room with you guys. We're like, and you want us to work on it. We're literally going to evaporate.
Did you see the picture I posted the other day? When it had like four ground lugs and one of them was fucking
red.
Bright red.
Why would anyone?
Why is there a red light on my ground lug?
Something's loose. The potty's out in the line system.
So, all right. So if you've ever been inside of an electrical panel, you have your ground bar and your neutral bar, and most of them anyway. What do you guys got the show on? I can't even tell you right now because I'm on the show. So, so we're doing the
Disrupt Boston or Hawco and Carnell or both.
It's John Green is asking me, and he's asking in a message, and I can't respond to him. If anybody has John Green, Tash, if you're still watching, can you message him and tell him where to go?
John, I think I sent you a friend request. You didn't accept it, you butthole.
Yeah, he can't hear that yet.
He will. Anyways, standing in the
so
panel.
in Beverly emergency room, Beverly Hospital emergency room, we did over, and there was a circuit that kept tripping out, and it's supposed to be one of the emergency circuits. the orange outlets, like
The one that's not supposed to
the one
fail
that's supposed to stay on. Yeah.
at all times.
So it kept.
That's the
It
point.
kept just popping out, but the power was staying on, which in my head means there's a broken neutral somewhere.
Yeah.
Opened up every fucking box along the way. Nothing. I get back to the panel. I open up the panel. Now, in the ground bar and in the neutral bar, there's pre-drilled holes, and then they tap fucking areas for screws, but then they leave a few areas open so you can mount it, or because it's overfilled.
Yep.
Yeah, so one of the bottom holes doesn't have a screw to tighten it. It's just a hole, a mounting screw hole.
That's hack-ass shit.
And this fucking neutral wire was just poked in the hole, and on occasion it would wiggle and touch the side and make contact, and everything would work properly, but most of the time it would just float in the middle and not touch anything. So I'm like,
People buildings settle and move.
I'm checking every neutral individually just to make sure they're all good, and I get to that bottom one, and that fucking thing goes, pulls right out. And let me tell you something. I don't care how tough you are. You can take a 120 whack all day, a 277 whack all day. But if you get whacked off of either one of those on the white or the gray side, a.k.a. the neutral, with a full load on it, again, I'll take a throat punch.
I know a guy
Please.
that got melted with 110.
Russell O'Sullivan.
He melted with
No, I'm just saying, hi, Russ.
melted with 110 to a crosshead, and he was alone for quite some time. He's got, I don't know, whatever degree burns, but he tells the story. He's like a safety officer now. He's like, I was alone, was supposed to work in pairs.
Yeah.
110 grabbed me. I was like, ooh.
That's craziness.
220 is the hottest I've ever been hit. We talked about that.
I've been punched.
Yeah?
I've
Dude,
been
I
punched,
got
dude.
on my knees because I thought I was going to pass out on the floor.
I've had
Because it crossed my heart, and I felt on my nipples. The first thing I did, I was like,
in
ooh, I'm on a concrete
California.
floor. I'm alone. If I pass out, I don't want to pass out standing. I want to be on my knees.
So in California, they don't have like us. We've got cellars and basements, and
Bubblers.
out there scuttlebutt. I tell that to people all the time. My son a bubbler.
I had that conversation this week. Go ahead.
So they've got crawl spaces. That's it, which is fine. I'm the little guy. I'm normally stuck into that stuff anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But not much, Russ. I hope you're in a good mindset now, brother. So I had just added a circuit to this place, which means I had to crawl from one end of the house to the other side underneath the house.
How many feet?
Huh?
How many feet?
It's probably about 45 feet.
I'm not claustrophobic, but that would probably freak me the fuck out a little bit.
Yeah. In California, there's all kinds of black widows.
Two things.
In brown recluse.
I'll fight the Hulk. If there's a small spider on the wall and a snake near me,
I'm done.
it's a foot race.
That's a Marine.
I fucking hate. I've killed snakes and spiders. I'm like, I didn't make my wife. I'm like, honey, I'm a bitch.
So-
Take care of it, please.
One of the you're not supposed to work on live stuff, obviously. But
Biggest joke in the industry.
it really is.
Don't work
like,
on live stuff. It's our safety policy. Hey, go work on that
So-
live today.
Yeah, I need you to fix this outlet. No, don't shut it off. It has this running too.
Yeah. Oh my God. There's so many people that'll lose power for 5 minutes, or I could die.
Yeah. So, I've got everything landed. Everything's good. I've the ground is landed. The neutral's landed. Breaker's all set. It's in the off position. The ground wire though is like just a bit outside of the box. So I'm fucking dripping sweat. It's California heat. Now I've always been taught in my schooling to use
Taughten?
I've always been taught.
Okay. Go ahead.
In my schooling, I said.
Rob won. Sean won.
I'll let that one go for him.
Oh, shut up. You're not helping, Brian. Shut up.
So they said to, if you're going to do something like that into a live panel or a live box, is to grab the head of your hammer and use the fiberglass end.
Yep.
I don't use the electrician's 18-ounce hammer. I'm a 20 in S-wing or 22.
I got an S-wing.
Yeah, I can't. The electrician's hammer
Made
is
in
just
USA, baby.
too light for me. But, so that's what you're supposed to do to push that wire back in if it's live.
We use wood.
So I didn't do that. Well, fiberglass you're still fine.
Yeah, I know.
I push it with my thumb, like an asshole. Sweaty.
Not paying attention.
We've already discussed my hyperhidrosis, so imagine me in the California sun. I may as well just jumped out of a pool and started working on a live panel. So I slide right into it, slide off, both fucking arms, go right across both legs of that fucking panel, and I was like, boom!
Did you feel it in your fillings in your teeth?
Oh, There weren't any. They were fucking. They went. Started hearing radio stations in my head and shit.
What?
Dude, it was crazy. I launched back. I hit the fence behind me. The guy I was doing the work for is like, Bob, what the hell? I pulled a joint out and lit it. I'm like, he's like, you fucking. And I'm like, dude.
Shut up. I almost just died.
You're probably not going to give me enough money already. Get the fuck out of here. I'm going home.
Ah, dude.
Good times, good times.
People, if you have metal in your body, if you get shocked by electricity, guess what? That's why I said the teeth. I felt it in my teeth. I was like, I couldn't get the taste out of my mouth for
when
2-3
I had a
days.
tongue ring, getting a fucking whack with that, and you felt it.
No thanks.
You felt that shit. And I tell you, people, capacitors, no joke. You think you got power off?
It takes a while to wind down.
Let me tell you, it's still holding something for you. Let me tell you. I can't even talk about that. I signed papers saying I wouldn't talk about that. I just had a whole story to go, and I'm like, shit, I literally signed shit saying I can't talk about that.
I didn't sign anything.
Yeah, but I have to disclose, and I can't disclose.
You know what butt splices and all that stuff, right?
Poor man's fucking solder. I got you.
Yep. So there was a problem with this elevator in old people's home. You know how it is. If there's only one or two, they got lunch schedules. They have to meet.
What's the optimal fucking feet per second?
It depends on the height of the building.
Well, you've seen 197 Portland.
Yeah.
To go down to where you turned on to Portland, there's 21 Portland or 121 or whatever, 21 forecaster.
Is it faster?
No, it's like 200 feet per minute, and it just seems so slow. And it's a brand new joint. Like, we just erected that.
I think I looked at the one in 197. Those are 150.
That one's 150?
I'm pretty sure I looked at the ticket.
All right.
I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive. It's only a 5-floor building.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Hi,
Anyways,
people.
so I open up this. I open up a trough. You know what trough is?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm in the hoistway because that's where all the wirings are. Because it has a traveling cable that goes to the elevator. Anyways, they get a shutdown, and me and my buddy Pat Morris, love you, bud. They sent us there to repair it. Troubleshoot it, right? So we grab the prank.
I love that word.
Troubleshoot.
Hell yeah.
It's fun.
It's the best.
It's like when you can outsmart a computer. It's really cool. And we're metering stuff out in the controller. Like, nothing's like adding up, power, stuff like this. I'm like, something's wrong. It's only a three-stop elevator. So I take it down. We're like, this will be quick. I open up the trough. The previous company had multi-conductor. It was T-cable. You know what T-cable is?
Yeah.
It had like 75 wires plus some power wires plus some twisted shielded stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they took half of one and found another half of one. And they met them in the middle of the trough, and they didn't even match up numbers, colors. I opened the trough. I counted like 85 butt splices.
Incorrect.
Like 120 Scotch locks. I was like, oh. I go back downstairs. I go to my partner, Pat. I go, you need to come upstairs. He's like, no, I mean, just tell me what's wrong. I'm like, bro, I'm about to throw up. I go. He goes, he was the smart one in the situation. He goes, okay, let me look at this. Like 5 minutes. He goes, we will never.
You're better off running a new fucking whip, a new line.
That's what we told him.
Yeah. Like,
you will never troubleshoot that call.
Hey, Megan McCaffrey, how are you, love?
Hello.
So
another electrical story I got.
Go for it.
This one's great.
Spit it out.
Got an uncle. I'm going to put this disclaimer out there. Love him to death and pieces. Needed to do a meter socket change in Plymouth, right?
Yeah.
And we're partying. It's a family party. Everybody's having some drinks. They're on the water. It's a cookout. It's fun. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, my basic electrical field knowledge, we both know electricity. But like electricians do a different service than elevator guys. So I've done house services before. I know you have to like call N-Star. They're going to tap the line from the line to the house to the street, stuff like that. Dig safe if you have to do stuff like that.
Yeah, we're only good to, we have to give them the spot to fucking hook on to, and then we make that connection.
So this is a Sunday.
Burndy time.
This is, friction, electrical.
Oh, yeah. My favorite are people who don't know how to use that tape right. But anyways, carry on.
We'll talk about that when I'm done.
We won't.
Okay.
Anyways, it's off topic.
And he wants to do meter socket change. He just starts cutting the wire from the street to the house, and I'm like, he's like, you got tools? I'm like, Yeah,
Not for that.
I'm a service guy. Had heavy duty, Klein 1,000 volts.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, okay, and he's on a ladder in the sand, and I'm sitting there the whole time going, this is bad. This is bad. If you cut that line to the street, we're in trouble. Did you call NSTAR? Like, that's what we're doing. Hooks it up, makes the temp connections, and puts the meter socket in, and he mixed the neutral and the hot. He goes to put it in. Boom! I see the whole network like, boom. I'm like,
dude.
I told my wife.
It's kind of like what happens when you take a 40-watt bulb and put it in something that needs a 250-watt bulb. Ain't that right, Brian?
Right. Hey, Brian. Rob 3, us 0. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, I was like, honey, I need to pick up my tools, put them in the truck. She's like, why? I go, someone's looking at a power grid right now that might go out, and I don't want my tools here.
Hell no.
This is bad.
David Budd's in the house.
Who's that?
David Budd's. I just told you.
Oh, okay.
I just told you.
So you were talking about yelling at old ladies.
What was I talking about?
Dropping the C-bombs.
Oh, yeah. Well, like, it frustrates me because I maintained composure. Like, I was fine. And then she, like, kept getting louder and louder with me. And, I try not to.
She was needling you.
I try not to get to that point anymore. But once in a while, it has to go, and I love when it does happen because everybody who's watching witnesses me be like, no, ma'am, listen, I understand, but these guys are out here, like being nice and polite, and then when I finally snap, and I'm like, I regret it, but I don't regret it.
Hey, this guy doesn't always win. Sometimes this son of a bitch is laughing over here.
And that's just it. Like, everybody's got two. I don't have two. I got one guy. He sits right here.
Oh, Jesus. Dude, I got two.
Ah, man.
So I'm like,
no.
This guy's doing really good right now, but this guy sometimes, you know. But old ladies, right? So, stupid news that crosses our path. Have you ever seen two grandmothers fight? Get into a fist fight, or to the point where it could be perceived as a brawl?
Ooh.
Bingo brawl. Breaks out at Canadian nursing home.
Naturally.
Dude.
Crazy Canucks.
Now I know. Keith, I see
Keith,
you.
yeah.
I see you.
Keith's great.
I enjoy his commentary.
Keith, dude.
When you talk to us, I call him, I go, he's fucking crazy.
Even J-Dub the other day, he messaged and he's, Preziosi.
Yeah.
Hit me up and he's like, I got this. This is great.
Oh, he sees opportunity. Bingo brawl broke out at a Canadian nursing home Tuesday after two female residents reportedly bickered over an empty seat and refused to back down. They give the ages. This gets good. Canadian authorities said the two women, ages 79 and 86,
there's some hardened women up
are
there.
residents at a long-term care facility in Ontario, roughly 45 minutes drive from the U.S. border. The women wanted to sit in the same seat. Physical altercation then broke out, prompting other residents to get involved. The situation escalated into what some are calling a brawl, the report said.
That's awesome. Two old ladies getting charged with mayhem.
It wasn't immediately clear whether bingo night proceeded as scheduled. That's how it ends. So,
really?
Yeah.
They were like, so two old ladies beat the snot out of each other. We don't know if anybody won.
I'm scrolling. I'm like, this is great. Oh, you ended it there? So.
Did you watch Kingdom?
No.
Korean zombie flick or series on
Does it have the subtitles?
Netflix. You can watch it in English audio if you want.
Nah, I'd rather read the I find myself, I hate doing that, but when it's a good movie, I read them.
It sounds stupid. No, I love subtitle. I hate dub.
Yeah, me too.
I prefer to sound. I want to hear what they say.
Have you ever seen American movies online, like in Japan, and they just dub over it?
It's phenomenal.
I watch it, but it's
hilarious.
Yeah, but I don't know. So, I mean, most people would deem that stupid, but I sit there and go, I'm going to watch this whole thing.
So,
this
Mike,
is moronic.
At the end of the day, we usually have our end of the day joint, and we're sitting there smoking, and my grandfather calls me in, and he's like, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I'm like, yeah, this is a great flick, Grant,
Flick.
And as I was sitting there watching it with him for a moment, it dawns on me, and he's reading the subtitle, but it dawns on me that it's in Spanish. And I'm like, I'm like, Alejandro. I call Alejandro in. He comes in. Oh, it's a good movie, Bob. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, listen. Bob, Chinito's speaking Spanish. I'm like, I know. And Gramps is like, this ain't the Spanish channel. And I'm like, Gramps. He's like, but the subtitle. I'm like, no. It's, you have the Spanish stars on. It's all right. Like, it's going to either be in Chinese or Spanish.
How old?
How old's Gramps?
Yeah.
73?
Nice.
73.
You check on regularly?
He'll punch on. What? He works with us.
Really?
Yeah.
You work with him every day?
He works with us every day.
That's pretty cool.
Dude, you walk to the store with him or something?
My grandfather's dead. You know
You walk to the store with him? You'd think he was a 20-year-old fucking jumping across the street real quick. Like Gramps, I gotta look for cars first. Hold on. Like,
well, you kind of described him to me when we were writing a few of those skits.
Oh, yeah.
What did he,
No, well, I told you, like, Bricktop.
You had that term. What did he say?
Bricktop.
It wasn't you yuppies.
Oh, yeah, you fucking.
You
sorry,
fucking yuppies.
Something about vape smoke, you fucking.
Is that what he said to you?
No. That's, so, it's just my channeling of him. When we need to pull out my inner grouch, I channel Grandpa Hawco.
It's probably a good thing.
It is what it is.
Oh, well.
So, you were discussing English movies, but dubbed in other languages.
Yeah.
So there is a show on Netflix also called the Ministry of Time. El Ministerio del Tiempo is from Spain. It is a phenomenal show. Pat Demore.
What's up, sexy?
So it is a great show. You can watch it in English audio or Spanish audio. I obviously watched it in Spanish audio. But there's a scene where one of the characters is quoting Arnold Schwarzenegger, what we know as him saying, "Hasta la vista, baby." So in a Spain-centric fucking universe, I guess.
Let's hear it.
He says sayonara.
What?
So when that moment came, and instead of him saying, "Hasta la vista, baby," he goes, "Sayonara, baby." And I'm like,
did you feel cheated?
I was lost. I thought he was going to be like, "I'll see you later, baby." Like, and say it in English or something stupid.
Yeah.
But no. They dropped it in fucking Japanese.
You speak the language like...
I speak a few odds and ends.
You can watch a movie through and through, though.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, for the most part.
Do you?
Very seldom do I have to look down. I'll leave them on the screen. There are occasional words that I'm like, what?
That's probably practice, too, right? You could ask the guys, like, what the
absolutely.
fuck does that mean?
Absolutely. And they do the same for me.
You teach them English?
I do my best.
Nice.
I do my
Ever cross
best.
your mind? Or like,
ESL?
Kids out travel, stuff like that, yeah.
I like helping other guys at work. Like, what I like to do is I write up an alphabet, English alphabet, and then next to it, using Spanish letters, I'll write what letters are used to make the sound of the English letter. Do you know what I mean? Like
so it makes sense to you?
The letter A.
Yeah.
A is, in their language, the letter E.
Oh, okay.
You know, so, or if I write, for the letter E, next to that I put their letter I because it's E. So the whole way, or like U, the letter U, next to that I put...
surprised you haven't pirated Rosetta Stone.
The letter U goes with I, U, E, U.
That's like Mr. Palladino's class all over again. Day 2. I'm like...
Just,
You know what I remember he said to us when he had us in his class?
No.
He was like, you're all going to be speaking Spanish someday.
Someday.
He told us that 20...
Anybody that was
ago.
in my class knew that I was alcalde. I kept that shit.
Did you?
Yeah, the mayor? Fucking right.
Yeah, he had us pick a name, right?
Yeah, you got to pick who was the mayor.
He was a cool dude.
He was.
He broke up some fights in the hallways, too. He was no slouch. He had a little bit of weight to him.
He was thick.
What would you do? Go ahead.
So one of the Tonellos posted it was Joe, I believe, posted a bunch of pictures from Seach. It was awesome.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
I didn't go to Seach.
Neither did I.
But just looking through all the pictures, it was phenomenal. Like, seeing everybody in grade 3 and
So
grade 2.
You could pick them
and-
out, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, then, I mean, the names were there, too. Like, a few of them I, like, screenshotted so I could send to people that I know don't have him on Facebook. Just
Where was Seach? Was that in the south? Or I remember it. Where was it? Yeah, Academy Ave was across from Mike's, right? Seach was
So,
down by I'm pointing like I'm in Weymouth.
I
right
know.
now.
I'm like, so where?
Was
Where?
that down at Jackson Square?
I don't know. I said I didn't go there.
I didn't either. I think it's I could be wrong. Someone correct us. I think it's down. 'cause I didn't
Anybody
go there
want to
either.
chime in on that? Where the hell's Seach?
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't south.
No. Whatever.
I know I can tell you where Pingree is or was or whatever, and Academy. But anyways,
What would you do if you hit the lottery?
what would I do if I hit the lottery?
Yeah. Like hold on.
I mean,
You
are
get
we
a phone
talking
call.
like a fucking hit,
N-
or are we
never
talking
working
like
again.
100,000?
No, like fucking
Done work?
20, 30 million. You don't have to work. You could do what you wanted. You could do anything you wanted.
Outside of clearing up any debt?
No, hold on. Just walk me from the process to when you get the phone call to when you have to go pick up the check.
Oh, well, immediately, like I said, the first thing I would do is obviously the next day, because that's going to be a long night. I'm going to I would clear up any debt I've ever had, and I would buy the house I grew up in.
Really?
Yep.
Fix it up?
It's already fixed up.
Really?
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
What would you do when you had to go pick up the check?
I don't know. Call you for a ride?
This
Not
guy,
worried about the check.
there's a gentleman in Jamaica. He hit the lottery.
Dude,
Did you see that?
you know, I don't understand why more people in America don't do that.
This is my point. So, ladies,
You're allowed to. You can go on there with.
so to
You
get
ain't gotta
to get to the story,
advertise.
if you don't know, some of you probably do. I saw it, but I mean, my mind's in the gutter, so I might have been looking for it possibly. There's a guy in Jamaica. He hits the lottery, and Massachusetts has this law too. If you win the lottery, they have to disclose your name. You have to go pick it up. But it doesn't say anything about not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
So he showed up to pick up his lottery winnings in a Scream mask, and I was like,
He had gloves on and shit too.
he had
dude.
gloves on.
Yeah.
Nobody he probably had tattoos on his hand. or
Well, that's.
something.
I mean, you got to think if he must either owe all kinds of money or have a huge family.
Yeah. He's
But
like,
like for me, I couldn't win. Like, how many other Robert Hawcos are in Massachusetts out of this area that like?
everybody would know.
Yeah, like.
It'd be hard to get away from.
Hey, it's the Hawco and Carnell show guy.
Yeah.
He won millions.
Yeah.
Maybe I did.
I don't know. I think I'd probably still like.
I'd
definitely just-
keep working
Yeah, well, I would just do what I want.
at my own pace.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't be working for anybody else. I'd be working for me. Wake up on my schedule. But because the birds will be coming out of the woodwork.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, I'm like, I haven't talked to you in forever. What are you talking about?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Oh, cool. You need something from me? Too bad.
Yeah. Did you send a Christmas card?
I don't send Christmas cards. I'm a happy birthday wishing fool though.
Well, Valentine's Day is coming up.
It's fake.
I'll tell you what I got
It is fake.
for like the last 3-4 Valentine's Day. One of those cheesy little dolls that dances. It's a
Wait,
mo-
that's what you
it's
get
a
for her?
frog, or it's a goose.
That's
I
what
got
you
a-
get for her.
I got a gorilla. Yeah. Because
She's not watching. You're lucky.
No, because it's kind of
It's a joke.
the holiday is kind of a joke.
It's a joke.
Logan was doing his cards. I was like, oh, I forgot all about those. Got to pass those around in a bag to and you get awkward if there's a girl in class, or you thought that was cute when you're in first grade, and you're like,
So you put a little extra side note
yeah,
on it, like,
oh, maybe
do
she'll
you like
know."
me? Check yes or no. Hi, how you doing over there? What's going on?
Except now there's like a QR code for a Facebook off of an ad or something like that. You don't give candy in there no
20%
more.
off if you know.
Mhm.
Bring
So-
this to your next trip to Dick's Sporting Goods.
And then we have
So-
there's a thing with a card. Like one year, I was in a bad mood. It was like 7 years ago, and she's like, "Here, I got your card, Valentine's Day." I was in passenger, which is rare. And I was like, I hate cards. This is such a waste of money.
Wait, you said that?
I'm sitting right next to you. Like, just tell me you love me. You know what I mean? And she's like, oh. But the next year, guess what the card is? And then it became a joke. Like, Happy Valentine's Day. I'm like, cool. Give me a kiss. That's it. It's just a holiday to spend money.
It is.
Do you have any plans, Rob?
Hey, Brian, you get that?
Trying to call in? Call again. He wasn't paying. It's all good.
Sorry about that, Chris.
Sometimes we're not paying attention.
No. The missus' birthday is the 20th, and
Nice.
she's not big on either of them.
Really?
No.
She like Christmas?
So I make it happen. You know,
do you like Christmas?
I pick one, but we don't like. Do I like Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like the happy holidays. Yeah. More of a Halloween kind of guy.
Me too, because I live in one of those neighborhoods where we didn't know this, but like people from the town come in the truckloads, and our neighborhoods. There's kids. I love it.
So this year we're gonna set up a gate right at the entrance to your neighborhood.
Make money.
And charge people
Quarter
on it.
Quarter a visit,
That's
kid.
it too. Quarter per kid. We got it.
Yo, welcome to the Hawco Carnell show. Who's this?
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, I'm on the air here.
Yes, sir.
You are.
Hey, what's happening? How you boys doing?
What's happening? Who's this? Is this Chris?
Yeah, my name's Chris. Yeah,
How you doing, Chris? Where you calling from?
I'm out here in Genesee, Idaho.
Idaho. Nice.
Nice, brother.
The reach just continues.
Hell yeah. Where you guys out? Where you guys doing the show from?
Right now we're at Down the Road Beer Company in Everett, Massachusetts.
Oh, I like nice beer store. They got beer there. They got liquor too.
No
I think
liquor,
just beer.
I don't think. Just
Just
beer. Yeah.
But you drink enough of those beers, you know, they'll get you drunk, just same as liquor, right?
It will get you there.
Yes, it
will.
will.
Yeah.
I mean, my
That's
own
what's good.
personal
That's what's
preference
good.
is no beer, nothing but marijuana for this gentleman.
Oh, really? I like to mix them together.
My guy.
You know, whatever I can do to sort of get myself out of this hell.
See?
There it is.
See,
He's got a story.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys like watching? You guys like those Red Sox there?
From time to time, this guy,
I do.
he fantasizes about it.
Hey, you got to have some type of fantasy.
Yeah, if it happens to do with men and baseball bats, it's all you, buddy.
You know, there's always people that are worse. You know, wrestlers.
So what do you got
You know
going
what I
on
like?
out there?
You know what I love watching the Sox. I'm a Sox fan. I throw the Sox games on there all season long for the wife. I tell her, hey, I'm drinking because the Sox game's on. You know. I tell her, and you know what I do, boys? This is between you and I. What I do is I record some of the games, and then I keep them, and I just play them, you know, anytime I want to drink, and it happens to be a little bit more than 162
There's already
days a year.
162 games.
Yeah, but I'm kind of everyday kind of guy, you know.
Hey, God bless you.
That's awesome.
Whatever puts a smile on your face, man.
Way to use that on demand to your advantage, brother.
Other than that, what are you doing out in Idaho? Still laughing.
This is great.
What do you do in Idaho other than watch the Sox? Oh. Is he there? Tell me.
Thanks for calling in, Chris. That was
Was that a
quite
troll?
enlightening. I think it may have been, but I don't care. I loved it.
Hey, dude, it felt like a troll for a second, but I was like,
No, the end of it did.
it was good, yeah.
I loved it, though. Chris, thank you for the call in, brother. That was awesome.
That's what we want, people.
That was beautiful.
Listen, if you want to call in and fuck with us and try to pull one over on us,
Have at it, dude.
do it.
Call in,
God.
give us a wrong name, whatever. It don't make no difference.
Ivan's on probation. You know what I'm saying?
You what?
Ivan.
He's on probation?
Yeah. That was a good call.
Oh, Ivan's on probation.
Mr. Kachikaka.
I was thinking about Omar, and I'm like, what did Omar do?
Mr. Fuentes.
You met Omar again, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. He needs to call
Did he
in.
say hi to you?
Yeah. I was in his office going over paperwork.
Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. Very
So,
nice.
I got something. You're not gonna like it though.
Why? What
'Cause
are you bashing?
I'm not assholes. I'm bashing.
So why ain't I gonna
that
like
just
it?
sounds wrong. Bashing assholes,
Sean's all about that asshole bashing.
dude. Texas police find, dude. These Texas police raided this compound for this husband and wife.
Yeah.
They found 4 children under the ages
it's
of
this kind of get me angry.
under the
Okay.
ages of 5, locked in a dog cage, and nobody knew.
Did
how
you witness my nostrils flare?
Oh,
And I just got
dude.
immediately angry about that.
Like, and they were like in the.
Hey, my sister, Carrie, are you still in the room in here? What's up with that shit down in Texas? You gotta smack some people around
you know,
there?
and
Let
of
me
course,
know.
the neighbors, they live 100 yards away. No, I haven't seen anything. Of course, you live 100 yards away.
You live 100 yards away and they've been stuck in a dog crate. Of course you haven't fucking seen any.
They had this huge like barn, garage type thing, and that's where they kept the kids. I was like, you read stuff like that, and
No,
you just.
You see that shit on SVU. Like, people need to not take ideas from that. Like, that shit happened somewhere and we made a show about it. Like,
Yeah. Just
don't
bugs
do it
me.
again.
No.
But how can you do that to kids? How could you do it to kids, animals? Like, I don't crate my dog.
Dude, I feel bad. like if I'm in a bad mood or if it's one of those days where like I'm sore or whatever and I'm grouchy and I'm just being a grouchy prick and
You're like,
making
go to your fucking room.
No.
He's like, Dad, I'm thirsty.
Yeah. Like, Dad, I'm like, what? For the 50th time. Can we just go throw the ball? And I'm like, oh, I feel like such a dick. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's when I feel like a dick. These people?
No, dude,
How
that's
do you
how.
get to that point
so
as a
what
human?
was their? They've got no. Oh, well, I know, right, Bobby? He said, "What the fuck is wrong with people?"
People suck.
But that's, I mean, like, so they're arrested.
Oh, yeah.
The kids are out, and I
In
assume
child
in
protective-
DA. Yeah,
yeah.
okay. Hi, Monica. But what's? So do we know the outcome? Like,
It just happened
so we don't. When?
this week. Look it up. 3 girls, 1 boy.
3 girls, 1 cup. That's 2 girls, 1 cup.
I remember years. That was in the MySpace days.
Oh my God, was that long ago that
MySpace was still there, yeah. Because I remember Rogan watching it on MySpace.
I'm pretty sure I still have a MySpace.
Do you remember when that, like, 2 girls? I'm like, and then you hear what that was about. I was like,
No. The first time I watched that.
you watched it?
Have you never seen it?
I just heard about it.
You've never seen it?
Why the fuck would you want to watch that?
Oh, you spoke to me about reaction videos.
Okay.
If we ever do a reaction video, which I don't want to, but I do now because he's never seen that.
Now we need to do a reaction video.
So you guys won't be able to see it. We can't air that.
We'll air
but
us. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it, so I know what's coming. But he's never seen it, so you get to see his fucking face dealing with 2 girls in 1 cup. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah.
I can only imagine.
Hawco and Carnell show. Feel free to watch.
I can imagine just by reading it. No.
No. You're watching.
I'll watch it
I'm
just,
gonna-
for other people's sheer entertainment.
It's gonna be like a Clockwork Orange. I'm gonna fucking
How
widen
long-
his eyes open.
How long is
Not
the,
Ludwig von. It's gonna be great.
how long is the video?
Long enough.
How many minutes of visual hell is it?
Long enough.
Does it change your soul?
You gotta have one to change it for.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he is. He should have a puke bag ready for that one, huh? Russell says you
I
need a
literally
puke
just
bag.
got a feeling in my stomach.
Just thinking about it?
Yeah,
Dude, you don't even know.
I've read what it was.
Yeah. Knowing, all right, reading and
There's no way those people
witnessing.
haven't committed,
No.
suicide
okay, no.
from being
There
on
is
that.
no. So you have to remember,
How could you not?
There is the craziest fucking set of people out there with the craziest set of fucking fantasies and turn-ons and whatever. I mean, did I not send you the fart video?
Do you know what we should do?
Did I send you the fart
we should
video?
sabotage-
Answer my question.
No.
Yes, I did.
I'll watch it. I didn't.
You
I don't-
better watch it because
probably-
it's.
You
watch
probably
it.
did.
Watch it right now. We'll get a reaction.
Let's do this, people. We should sabotage a furry.
A furry?
A furry. Event.
Kind of locked. What?
You know what furries are, right?
Oh, you mean like dress up? You want to do cosplay, do you?
Just hit an event, and just film it as a furry.
I'm just going to be a cosplay.
All right. Did you text it to me?
Robert Hawco is watching with me, it says. Yeah, I am.
Fart video?
That's how I'm talking to you.
Oh, it was on one of these.
Yes. No. Just open up the... yeah. That's it right there.
Okay.
Watch. Just... just be happy, you guys, kids.
The hand?
Just watch.
The fuck is wrong with people?
So, hold on. It's not done.
We're
It's
not
not
done
done.
yet.
It's not done. Keep going. Oh, yeah, that's a shotgun right there. That's a shotgun from hell. And I'm not talking no Vietnam shotgun smoking pot and blowing it through the barrel. That's it. So with that scene,
The last one at
with
the
that,
end.
with that scene, and you can see it, it's like, you didn't get the one I sent with fucking kisses from Kitty. Oh,
That just made my day.
So with that scene, now he understands that, these the two girls in one cup, they're not gonna commit suicide. They're fucking into it.
Okay.
They are into it. There is such thing. There is
can
German
describe it, right?
Schweitzer videos.
They know what it is.
No, they know. They know. You don't.
I've read what it is.
No, you read it.
Yeah.
Nope. I will not give that a satisfactory. Oh, you know. No, you need to see that.
Hold
shit.
on. Is it the acting? I really got to focus on the fucking acting.
No, the action.
Yeah.
It's-
Have you seen it?
Does he or does he not need to witness? Yeah. It'll happen.
Okay.
It'll happen.
I feel like I'm, becoming part of a gang here after watching this thing.
Yeah, see, Russell's like, for your information, that video was nasty. Oh, wait, Russell, are you talking about... Did I send you the fart video too, Russell? I may have.
We all know how these videos come.
I send them to everybody. Once in a while, I'm like hitting buttons, and I'm like, oh, shit, did I just hit that? Woo!
Well, I've had that mistake before. I've sent insults to people. I was talking to another person about that person. I was like,
oh, that's just stupid. Can't fuck around like that.
Call,
No, I know.
A call came in right when I was hitting send on the message. It was like, pink. I was like,
oh.
fuck.
I used to include my uncle in those same type of crazy messages that I send to share.
What did he say one day? What are you doing?
No, so he used to get a kick out of it too, but he went to share it one day, and he fucking added it to his story. He's like,
it's like telling on yourself.
Now I'm like, oh my god. So now I'm like, I'll send him one, and I'm like, oh, did you share it? And he's like, fuck you, Bob. I'm not doing that again.
I get them from a bunch of different people, and we had that conversation this morning when we got the polos. Sometimes I'm like,
it is not a website. Disrupt Boston.
It's on
TV
Facebook.
Network. It's on Facebook, John. We're on right now, Hawco and Carnell show, brother.
What's that called? Colon, semicolon? I'm retarded.
Ampersand?
No. Disrupt dot Boston, right? What is that? Colon, semicolon?
Oh, in between the...
Yeah.
No,
it's two.
It's a double.
Yeah, it's colon. Has a butthole.
I did send it to Russ. So Russ, that's what he's... Yeah, the guy who had 20 dildos on his back and went to the hospital. Did you see that? Yeah.
So lay it out for the people. That was
I
all different colors and lengths.
I'm just like, what was he doing? That they stuck all that shit to him.
He probably passed out drunk. That's what it seems like.
All right, but have these people never dealt with anything suction before? Like
in glue.
Oh, they glued.
They glued it.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
No, did you watch the whole video?
No, not really.
I watched the whole video. It's not like 4 minutes long. He goes in the shower and he starts crying because he's put soap and stuff, and he's trying to pull them off, and he's crying because they won't come off, and they're super glued. And they're laughing, and they're videoing from the top and the side, and he's like has an emotional breakdown, and then he turns around. You feel bad for a second, and then he turns around. Looks like he's got what was that freaking Bowser for Mario Brothers? Look at all the spikes, and it's all multicolored. I'm like, and it's just good. And then he has to go to the hospital, and in order to get in the hospital, he's gonna put a towel on, and he puts a towel on, and they're still filming laughing, and because the towel is just poking out. All
right. Little bumps everywhere.
Yeah, don't super glue 20 dildos to your friend's back.
That's just,
If you do, send it to us.
I mean, at least, you know,
Send the
I got
video to us.
Sharpies and stuff. There was
Oh,
no
man.
reason to super glue dildos.
Ketchup, mustard, Hershey's, Frank. That's all you got to say. Frank's house. Remember partying up at his house?
So there's this lovely story, and this goes back a while ago, and it's only funny because it happened. We all know Mr. de Blasi.
Oh, yeah.
So he got pantsed. We were partying at Tony's house. He got pantsed. Joey's not a shy kid when it comes to that. So, but he was embarrassed by it because it was in front of like Vicky and everybody. It wasn't in front of Tony and all of us. It was in front of all the adults at the house.
Yeah, the people that we shouldn't have been hanging out with.
Yeah, we definitely should have. So
Elaborate.
you know, we're back in the kid room and we're having a grand old time. And the dude that did it was one of the adults, and he's out in the circle of adults, and he's talking to everybody. And I don't know where I mean, I do know where it came from, but Joey went out and pantsed him. And the person he pantsed, you know, granted, the guy shouldn't have retaliated the way he did, but he's definitely not the type of person you want to do that to. Like, you know, like...
Anyone in that house.
But he thought, you know, and I understood Joey's thought process. Like, he thought it was like, all right, he's
Well,
fucking with me,
cool.
I'll fuck around with
Yeah.
him. He fucking... He came running into Tony's room, and that dude come after him and was like, fucking whap, 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 whap. And he fucking lit Joey up real quick. Needless to say, you know, I think Joey got a little bit bruised up. But that same gentleman passed out later on that night.
Oh.
There are photos that exist. Hot dogs, tampons, ketchup, mayonnaise, all kinds of stuff. And I don't just mean like this stuff was laid on him and a picture was taken. No, no, no. Said items were inserted and pictures were taken.
Dude.
You know, so...
And he doesn't know.
You know, don't be a cocksuck and then pass out. I don't even know how I got into that. I don't know where that came from. But don't be a cocksuck at a party and pass out.
I said Frank's house. We used to...
No, yeah, maybe that's
ketchup, mustard,
fleur.
syrup. If you passed out at Frank's house, it was
even
bad.
And it happens. Like, I passed out at Ruane's house and fucking woke up to Mike Mail smashing fucking eggs in my head. I'm like, Mike, really? Like, he's like, you were asleep, Hawco. And I'm like, whatever, I'm awake now.
Hey, I always got along with Mike, you know what I mean? But I
I
was always...
still do.
If I saw him right now, I'd say hello. But I was always like...
Yeah, take it easy, dude. Oh, he's very tense.
He was when he was younger. He kind
No,
of...
he's mellow now, but he was very, very tense. He was very tense.
Yeah.
Very tense. I forget it.
Go ahead.
No, it was just like I think it was, we were like meeting at the Foxholes for him and JoJo Capercio to fight. It just didn't go
He was
good
a
for
good
Mike.
but he wasn't bad. He got good.
No, Mike was great, and he was fast as hell.
Yeah, he had hands.
He had fast as hell hands.
Southpaw, too.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But he stayed forever in his house, punching the punching bag and fucking with the fucking
Down
motors,
in the
man.
basement.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Remember when he actually dedicated himself and stopped talking to all of us for a while? Just
Forever.
Yeah.
I mean, kid still has a good mindset like that.
What's he doing?
Auto body. One hell of a fucking... He's got like the little key thing full of little samples of paint jobs he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible.
Where's that at? Where's he at now?
I don't know where he's out of. I've just been to his house. Still in the Birches. Same house. At least it was last time I was there.
Hi, Mike. I haven't talked to that
Mike
kid in
he
forever.
don't have a book face.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not for everybody.
I wonder if he still has the same number. I assume they do.
So, I got surprised when I went home yesterday. My wife wanted to go to the Bruins game.
Woo-ha. And could you not have picked a better game?
Dude, it was like the tickets, because people weren't going in. They were like, we sat like probably 12 rows back from the net. They weren't bad at all. Like, the prices weren't bad at all. It wasn't sold out, but it was not empty.
Yeah.
And that was a nasty game.
It looked nice.
It was getting chippy, too.
It looked good. My favorite was the polo when you kind of leaned back and you showed Nora and Logan, and Nora was like...
The kid's a maniac.
Dude, it was great. Loved that little
She's
girl.
the rowdiest one in the family.
Loved that little girl. She's a hoot.
That's gonna
She's
be
a hoot.
That's gonna be like
Get her on the ice.
Dude, she's starting. She's already been on the ice a couple times.
I got a cousin that was
She's playing soccer this year. She's gonna be
quite
a
good.
beast.
Valerie, I know you don't watch a show, but I remember you.
Why not? How come
But
she don't watch?
who knows? I'll tag her in it later and be like, I spoke about you somewhere in there.
Yeah. Game was nasty. You know what I mean? It was a lot of fun. It was good for us to get out.
Oh, the kid is in the room. The kid.
Whoa, he has a phone? Because he left his last one, the second one in like a month and a half, in another taxi.
Oh, the Uber or whatever.
Come on. Get it together, will ya?
Get it together and see what's happening.
I've never left my phone in a taxi.
See what's happening.
You?
Add rockers down with the high onies. Listen to the shit, because both of them is bony. No, I don't leave anything in taxis.
Mm-hmm. Never.
No, I've left myself in a taxi before. Lost my mind in a taxi once.
I was talking.
They closed the company down.
Curtis and I talked about this. You know how many taxis we ran from when we were younger?
Dude.
Like, I got chased a couple times.
You get me together. Oh, that's phenomenal.
Stop losing your phone.
Oh.
Now, we ran from a bunch of taxis when we were younger.
My most recent dealing with the taxi was the gentleman taxi driver that I almost threw hands with at the speedway on Brighton Ave. Also, another situation where
Taxi
I
or Uber?
maintained taxi.
Yeah.
Maintained. I was fine. I think I told you. I was like, listen, I don't want no trouble. Like, we're gonna go if you touch me, though. But he just kept yelling, and then he was like, and the finger touched me, and I was like, boom! Don't touch me.
Ever.
Even the lady yelling at me, I'm like, oh, if you were a man, she's like right up in my face. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's his public property. And I go, whoop. I'm like, but you're in my bubble.
You can't. You can't get in a fight at work.
I wasn't at work. I was on the way here.
Yeah, I guess you.
I was off clock. It was fucking go time. Oh, you mean like at the gas station? Hey, I was backing the employee. Even when the situation was over and the guy was like, I'm calling the cops. And I'm like, all right. I'll wait.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to wait. All right. Here's my number. Give it to the cops. I'm right down the street.
Yep, getting a coffee.
Yeah.
Let me know when they're here. I'll be
I
right
told
back.
you, they got there and they were like, go back to work. I'm like, all right, see you.
I'm surprised when you're not doing anything wrong. People threaten you with the cops. Like, you're supposed to be like, oh my God, I'm going to run.
Well, I told you, like, the cops pulled up, they got out of the car, and he immediately starts with blah, 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 with his story, and the cops, I'm like, that's what I've been dealing with the whole time. And it literally all stemmed because the girl behind the counter was a girl. And had it been a gentleman behind the counter saying, no, sir, we can't do that anymore, I guarantee he would have accepted it and been like, oh, all right, cool. But because it was a girl, he was like, I need to speak to a fucking manager. And I go, why? Like, why? Because she said it? I'm saying it now. Pay for your fucking gas and beat feet.
You saw that video of the...
I really don't get angry, though.
I want to say this right. The woman in the video game store.
Ma'am? Ma'am?
Hey, people, you can do whatever you want with your life, but all of us are stupid at certain points, and I just watched that video and I was like, this is so dumb.
Blah, 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 blah. Listen, Cola, Captain, I can't even write my own fucking updates or posts.
Yeah, what's that
Don't
all
you
about?
start talking, girl. We will throw you under the bus.
Don't sling mud.
I already did.
I saw that.
She knows, though. She knows I love her. She's great.
What do you got coming up this week?
This week? What week is it? It's Valentine's Day tomorrow. Nothing special, dude.
Yeah?
No, nothing at all. Just trying to get some stuff done. Trying to get a unit done.
Yeah, so you're busy.
Yeah, I'm always busy.
Me too.
Slowly. I'm slowly busy. What about you?
I like this song.
Somebody ate a Nico wafer in Ibiza. I bet it was laced.
Meetings.
Nice.
Something cool coming
William
up.
James, my brother.
I told you about this.
My brother is in the room.
Spoke to a sheriff today about getting incarcerated veterans processing out of prison, getting them like, you know, transition back into society. If they came home, they had an outburst. You know what I mean? They're going through some shit. It's a short thing.
I mean, I guess my question is like
the first thing I said, I was like, no sex offenders. He was like, okay.
Well, not all right. So you're saying people who have incarcerated veterans who have served their time and done their process, not like, hey man, you served. I don't care who you killed. Come on, you can get out. Not like that.
No.
People who have actually done what they're supposed to.
Yeah.
And, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I'm on board with that.
That's what they wanted. Well, that was like one of the trade-offs. I was talking to him. I was like, you know, something I was interested in was if it was a really bad case, like we can't fix that. You know, I want to hear positive stuff before we take you into our program.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to be dealing with crazies. But that's like down the road. So that was pretty cool. I got that coming up. Got to go to Massasoit Community College. They got some stuff going on. They want to talk about some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. More
what do they want to talk about? Do you want to talk about it?
Veterans programs.
Thank you, brother. I wish you would catch the show more often.
Who's that?
My brother. He's
okay.
actually my brother.
Yeah.
But actually, it's not just like when I'm talking about you who isn't my brother, but is my brother. He is actually my brother.
Couple more appointments. Born shit.
Yeah?
That's what I got going on.
Nice.
Mm.
Nice. I got a question for you.
Oh, let's hear it.
All right. When you were growing up, do you ever hear that story?
That hasn't happened yet.
I know, I just got taller. So, do you ever hear that story about people getting pulled over? I fucking love this show. Peaky Blinders.
Me too.
Sorry. I probably just gave away an answer to the trivia. And they get pulled over and they got to eat a huge bag of weed.
Mm-hmm.
And then they either get arrested or they end up getting let go and they get all fucked up. So that's lies. Anybody who's ever told that story was either lied to or is lying to you about themselves getting fucked up. Unless it was a really, really old bag of pot. Fresh buds.
What the fuck?
What?
I thought this was a question.
No, I did. I asked the question. You ever get told the story about somebody who's been pulled over and had to eat a bag of weed?
Yeah, or walking. Yeah.
Either way, they had to smash a bag of weed in their fucking mouth and chew it, and then they claimed to be fucking a mess. Like, oh, I was tripping balls in the fucking cell. Like,
it's like David Spade and Adam Sandler. You know, I bought a six-pack of Southern Comfort, man.
It's a complete lie. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a complete lie. So there's only two things to change that. Fresh bud has THCA. You need either heat or time to change that to THC.
Get into class, people.
So when we light, and it doesn't even that temperature that we use on a flame is actually way too high, but it works. It that's why you can vape with like a vape one, not like the pens, but like the old school vapes. You know what I mean? Like you put the weed in and put it over the blue light. So that is that's initiating a chemical change into THC. I mean, the only way that you would be able to eat bud is either if you baked it properly or if you literally left a bag like on your counter for like 4 fucking months and let it dry out.
It's a long wait.
Right, just to eat nasty dry buds. You know, so just know that, people. Like, unless it's prepared properly or, you know, and even then, even if you wait and time it out right and you try and eat it, you're still only getting what you can out of it. It's not attached to an oil or a fat, so it's not getting everywhere it needs to because of the way you're intaking it. So don't eat your weed.
Dude, there's some good weed boutiques. They make some good food. You know what I mean?
Right, and that's properly prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, anybody that tells the story is a bullshitting liar.
I was so fucked up,
so
man.
keep that Teddy Ruxpin shit to yourself.
So, the dispensaries now, too. It's like, you can go in there and be like, you know, you're making an intelligent purchase, too. It's like, I want this for this, or this for that, or this for the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a big kid candy store.
Well, I mean, absolutely. I mean, I like to...
It's on there again.
It just makes me think of it, you know? No fucking fighting.
No fighting.
I can't wait till we have more wrecks. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for the medical end of it as well. I think there's so much for us to learn, and so much for the brainwashed to learn as well, or unlearn for that matter.
I'm curious about the medical stuff, you know what I mean? Like, because you're starting to see some studies and that aren't just like haphazard studies, and it's like,
they're not done by Robert G. Heath.
Yeah, like I watched the Parkinson one where, you know, the guy stopped. I'm like, what? Why? Why aren't we using this? Why?
It's,
and
and
drives me nuts.
it's all we can do is push the knowledge, brother. It's all we can do is continue to push the knowledge and make people think it's not taboo. Like, again, like if I get a bunch of juices, obviously I'm not going to stow them in my fridge accessible to children, but I shouldn't be ashamed that I,
My stuff's in my downstairs freezer.
Like, I go and buy a bag of pot or something, and I shouldn't and I still do it to this day because that's how I grew up. Like, ooh, I got to tuck this.
Right?
We don't have to do that anymore.
It's hard to get away from that.
It's really hard.
It is.
And this is somebody who's trying to untaboo it, and it's fucking hard for me.
And you know what? They knew
for the little
we
things.
all had it. Like, the police
God,
officers
yeah.
knew because we were regulars,
yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like, you knew if you saw them, you're like, oh, I'm running or I'm ditching it.
You ever just run for nothing?
Yes. And then go like
and
20
if
feet
they
into
finally
it.
catch you, they finally catch you. They're
I
like,
don't
what you
know.
running for? Seen you coming.
Yeah.
What do you got on you? I don't know,
Nothing.
fucking shell toes? I don't know.
Adidas.
Yeah. Shell toes, a hoodie, $5 for a sub, and a Mountain Dew.
I was going to tell you, so my buddy that I met, he lives in Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Yeah. So we went to Florida. Travels with his pen. I'm like, really? I'm like, how many times have you done that? He's like, 30.
I walk into everything with that.
TSA?
Yeah. Even when I went to the last time
It goes through.
The last time I went to the Garden. The last time I went to a Bruins game,
That's a week's security checkpoint.
Yeah. Russ, you were with me. Fucking walked in, and they were saying, like, you can't have that stuff. I walked in with it in my hand, with my phone, put my hands up, let them search me, and walked right by them. And we were ripping that thing up on the fucking side.
I forgot I had my knife and my mace on me, and we were 15. I was like, shit. But I'm like, they're not going to fucking search you.
Dude, Nora?
Huh?
Nora?
No, just Shan.
Oh, Shan.
Yeah.
I thought you gave it to Logan.
Right through. Right.
Hold my K-bar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
But, you know, because I'm a space cadet, so, like, I forgot to think about that, and I was like, man, oh, my God, I can't believe I just did that.
Oh, that's awesome.
That'd be funny. Give it to one of the kids. Why does your daughter have a shank? I don't know. Go ask your teacher. That's too funny.
That is beautiful.
What do you got, homeboy?
What do I got? One more fact. You wanna hear it, or you wanna read it?
Oh,
You
no.
wanna,
I want to hear it.
You wanna
Just
hear
tell
it?
me.
All right. What does everybody know about 420? What do you know about 420?
Oh, man. April 20th.
Where does it come from?
April 20th. 420, that's when you smoke weed. 420, okay. I don't know the origin of it.
All right. So, but you immediately, like, you think of 420, April 20th. You think of
420 time you
420
smoke during the
time to
day.
All right. So, for starters, it is not a police code anywhere. Anywhere. There's not a special one in Idaho or fucking wherever. It's not like we got a That was great. That was great. Golly. So, in fact, there were all I can think of is hear his voice now,
Such a
laughing
good
like
call.
that. That was great.
Such a good call.
So, 5 stoner teens back in the, I believe I wrote the year, it was the 70s or 'twas. So there was a secret stash of pot plants that were abandoned And between these 5 teens out in California, they were like, all right, well, after school each day, we'll meet up at 4:20 and we'll fucking search for this shit. They got out of school at 4. And they would search for it. Weeks went by. They still never found it. Okay, so they gave up searching. But between their group and, which eventually spanned out more to, other friends and other friends, they started referring to that time of 4:20 like, all right, we'll meet up at 4:20.
Yep.
We'll meet up at 4:20 and smoke. So it spread, and it eventually fell on the ears of the Grateful Dead.
Ah.
And anybody's ever listened to the Grateful Dead, it is included.
Yep.
So it then, from there, we now know it as 4:20, the International Smoke Pot Time. It is, we're just short of turning that day in April to International fucking Weed Day.
Why isn't it already?
No, it's not legitimate, but it is. It will be. I'm making it happen. Hawco 2020.
I love the follow-up pitch.
So yeah. It has nothing to do with cops. It was literally something that just caught on and fell on the ears of the right people who included it in some of their shit, and everyone was like, fucking yeah.
They had some good shit, too.
420.
Yep.
So yeah, and I already gave my PSA. Robert G. Heath.
Who's your running mate?
Who's my running mate? I don't have one yet.
Be
Roscoe.
Can't be me.
Roscoe.
First guy with a dog.
Well,
Make that pass.
hell yeah, Bobby Brown. That's what I like to hear.
Getting close. Getting close.
What's the nightlife looking like? Got big plans, do you, buddy?
No.
It's the drive home. Are you gonna make it? You want another piece of chocolate?
I'm good.
Ha ha! Chocolate. What about you? You want another piece?
So
Okay.
another veterans Valentine's Day. Woo-hoo. So Oregon Wildlife Center's Valentine's Day promotion lets you name a salmon after your ex before it's fed to bears.
A salmon, eh?
Yeah. So you can pick out a salmon, name it after your ex,
And then they feed it to the bear?
yeah.
What are these, millennial bears?
It's very stupid.
What kind of shit is that? They're like, here you go, here you go.
Well, that's what when you Google Valentine's Day, that's dumb shit comes up.
I just don't get that. I'd rather send somebody chocolate assholes.
How can you?
What?
You see that too?
No.
The chocolate assholes. You see that?
Oh, yeah.
The lady's got her legs keeled back. I don't know how you two can eat another piece of chocolate. You two a maniac.
I'm chewing on the chocolate as I talk about chocolate assholes. But my chocolate has 30 milligrams of THC in it, not asshole fart, like that video I sent you and Russ and everybody else. Yeah. Anybody else got crazy plans to waste money and buy things that are going to die in 3 days for their women tomorrow? I don't.
Cards that you're never going to open. They just stay there and collect dust.
See, I like it because, if I do get the card, which is fine, I'll just get her like a Google Money card or something to put in there. That's it. She'll love that.
Golden?
Yeah.
You got to get a dog. What are you talking about?
I am not getting another dog. The next thing I get is a vacuum. You know what's awesome? Like, somebody's like, that's fucking sexist. You can't buy your wife a new vacuum. Listen. It's what she wants. You could do that all you want. If she wasn't busy right now with the boy, she would tell you, yeah, and she'd tell you the name of it. Matter of fact, if J-Dub is still in the room, it's the one your wife has. You've seen it. The one fucking Dora has. It's nice. No, Dyson sucks. Name drops.
Sorry.
Name drops. Oh, you know what? Phoebe Cakes.
What?
Phoebe Cakes, Rhode Island. Did I show you them?
No.
Oh, my God.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I gotta show you them. So, my buddy that I went to Job Corps with.
Yeah.
LB Anglong.
Was he
getting
in fights in Maine on the softball team too?
He was in the electrical class with me, and he shared a post today with his niece, and she is an incredible baker.
Okay.
I mean, you know the choosing hat from Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Or whatever it's called? It was a cake. She made a cake, and that's what it was.
Oh, wow.
And she got badass Red Sox ones, Bruins ones, like, I mean, top notch.
Are they ones you can eat? Like, 'cause when I watch,
Yeah,
when I
no,
watch
they're
the
the-
shows, they put that fondant on. I'm like,
No. Well, you can eat that.
I know, but it's thick.
Right, but
It's like,
phenomenal.
If it was-
Phenomenal.
if it was
Phoebe
thin.
Cakes, R.I.
yeah. She want to put anything in those cakes?
Well, so I am gonna ask. Just because she's quite good at what she does, and I would love to link her up with somebody who
Because
can
that's a science.
teach her how to infuse, or if not, cohort and say, hey, look at this. And because when I show you the pictures she has, a bunch of them are actually cannabis cakes, like the big old weed leaf on one of them. One of them's obviously a birthday cake with a Henny bottle, a couple of blunts, and like a big old pot leaf. Like, so she does great at it. And I told them when I seen the post, I was like, Jesus, LB, I'll drive down to Rhode Island and pick one of those up. And he was like, dude, should probably make the delivery, like meet you halfway or something. But
You know where
Yeah.
it is?
well,
What?
she's in Rhode Island.
Yep.
Phoebe Cakes RI at
Plug
gmail.com, or Phoebe _cakes or Phoebe _baker for Instagram. But
See-
after the show and we're on our way home, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll pop I've got a little it's like a card kind of. I'll post that on our wall
Mm-hmm.
so you guys can take a look at her stuff. She is amazing.
I don't eat sweets, but I'm very curious. Like,
I just want to link her up and make her infuse some.
on the treats. But I like the treats. Like, I like the edibles.
Okay.
They help me sleep. You know what
You're
I mean?
still not eating any chocolate, you sissy.
I know. I'm a pussy.
Hey,
Hey, he has a higher tolerance than I do.
I
It's
have a-
okay. We're showing you that it affects people differently.
it absolutely
good.
does. It absolutely does. But that's another topic for another show, brother.
Roger that.
Another topic for another show.
Yep. Anything else?
Nope.
We want to talk about anything?
Single as they
Anything
come.
coming up?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, what do you got coming up next month?
I'll be with you for 3 days.
You sure?
Positive.
Sweet. Around when? March 22nd?
To the 24th?
Heinz Convention Center?
Mm-hmm.
NECAN?
Is that what it is?
2019?
2019.
That's what I think it is.
Disrupt Boston.
I know damn well I'll be there.
I'll be there.
It is going to be phenomenal.
You know what? It's also going to be very, very educational.
Educational is, I would say, the top billet of
Yeah.
the entire thing.
Yep.
Knowledge, people. Knowledge. With that, I also need you guys to go to the NECAN page and cast some votes. We've got plenty of time to get the votes in,
Yes, we do.
so get them in there, people.
There are some shows on this network.
Nice. Nice.
Go vote, please.
Good call on that, Bri. Good work. Scooter J. Dub, back in the house. Your package will be coming.
Nice. Say it again.
Your package. Bismarck, are you still working? I seen you.
Some people just getting out of work right now.
Well, he gets stuck dealing with all the tourists that come up and down Hanover Street, the poor guy. I tell you. I'm in there hanging with him for a couple minutes sometimes, just shooting the shit with him. And some of the people that come in, and they're like, this crew of girls come in one day, straight, I'm talking Snooki, a lot of them, all right? Jersey Shore up and down.
The heavy one or the fake one after?
A combination.
Okay, in the middle.
Do you have alcohol in here?
Snooki.
Fucking
I
Bismarck.
love the reference.
Bismarck's like, no, you can go, and he's extremely polite. I
Yeah.
mean, beyond. No, you can go up the street on my way home, bro. Right on, brother. And, they're just still like, yeah, I need it. Well, where do we go? It makes me want to smack Fran Drescher for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, because her voice cut right through your soul when
If you
watch
can't
that
look at a
television
picture
show.
of Fran Drescher and hear her voice, you're too young to hang out with me.
Oh, yeah. And it was always on because it was on TV 38.
What was
it
the
on
name of that
PBS.
show? The Nanny or something?
Yeah, I think it was The Nanny, yeah. Oh, my
Was?
God. All episode long.
So,
It was like a bad mafia outtake.
ooh, that third piece of chocolate's rubbing my nipples right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because the
it's
first
awesome.
one kicked me in the teeth, so.
it would make sense that I need 2 more.
People, do we look like we're harming anybody right now? Taking an edible. Nope. Just having some fun. Some laughs. Relax, people. You know, the stigma should start to be over. It
Tim
just really
Turner.
should.
Turn a fish.
Huh?
Turn a fish.
Turn a fish?
Turn a fish. Are we signing off?
I think we are.
Is we signing off? Is it sign off?
It's like, whatever.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We hope you enjoyed tonight as much as we did.
yeah, I've already been overheated
With our mental
today.
pauses and forgetting things.
Well, I've already been overheated today, and I don't need to start raising my voice above Alex Trebek over there with the fucking cue cards. So
Always acting like that smart guy. It's like, you got
Oh,
the
yeah.
answers, dude.
it boggles my mind.
You know what I mean? If I had the answers, I'd be smart too.
Why, thank you, Bobby. I'm going to try to come out with some more knowledge for you next week, guys. So
As will I.
bring your open ears and
Matter of fact, before we sign off, send us some stuff that you want us to talk about.
yeah, any questions, feel free.
You're just as much a part of the show as
Good
we
night,
are.
brother. Turner. Say good night, boys.
Good night, my friend.
Good night.
Till next week or tomorrow when we start fucking with each other again in
Oh,
the
feed
morning.
us sane.
Brian, thank you. Just rep Boston, people. Nikan.
We love you.
Coming up, Hawco and
Nikan
Carnell show.
19.
Whole network. Thank you for watching. Peace.